Okay guys, so I've done a few videos in the past of talking about what characters would get lantern rings, and today I'm going to be talking about which RWBY characters would get lantern rings. Now, keep in mind this is just my personal opinion. If you think a character should get a ring, or have a different opinion of who should get a character who should get a ring in terms of the universe, that's fine. I'm always excited to hear what you guys have to say. I'm always curious in the comments below of which character you think should deserve a ring, but this is just my personal picks for who I think best has the qualities for each ring. That's what, at least that's how I kind of view it. Anyway. So, let's get started with, of course, the Green Lantern ring. You know, the one ring that started it all. Now, the green ring, of course, represents willpower, your power to overcome fear. Now, there are tons of candidates in the RWBY universe who could really qualify for the green ring. But the one, I think, who would become a Green Lantern in the RWBY universe is Yang. You may be thinking, really? Yang and not RWBY? Well, RWBY was a close pick. I chose Yang because Yang had to overcome great fear recently. Remember, she had to get over a lot of mental trauma and face Adam. And not only that, she's faced a lot of enemies and overcome so much fear. Plus, she also has that kind of Hal Jordan personality as it is. So, yeah, and trust me, I was very close to picking RWBY for the same reasons. But the one thing that set me off of why I chose Yang to get the Green Lantern ring is because, like I said, when she battled Adam and overcame that fear of battling Adam alongside Blake, she overcame that fear. I think the ring would recognize that's the straw that needed for her to get the ring. So, like I said, tons of characters are deserving of the Green Lantern ring, but I think Yang is the most deserving of the Green Lantern ring. But that's just me. So let's now move on to our the next ring, the Blue Lantern ring, which represents hope. Now, this is the ring that RWBY would get. This is the ring RWBY, I think, would be most suited for, because RWBY is the most optimistic as well as the most hopeful in any situation. No matter what the cause, no matter how dire the situation, RWBY is the one who is there to kind of see things through and kind of fight through it. So, if anything, yeah, RWBY would be the one to get the Blue Lantern ring. And, yeah, her and her sister, because the Blue Lantern ring gives power to the Green Lantern ring. So, yeah, the sisters would be an excellent combination. So, RWBY, like I said, she's hopeful, she's optimistic, and never loses faith. I mean, she has lost faith a few times, but even despite all that, she keeps fighting. So, if anything, RWBY would get the Blue Lantern ring. So, let's move on now to our next ring, which is the Star Sapphire ring, which represents love. Now, again, tons and tons of characters are, perfect for this. But the one character I think is the most liable to get the Star Sapphire ring would be none other than Nora. Why Nora? Of all characters, why Nora to get the Star Sapphire ring? Well, first off, it's kind of like, it's kind of a girls-only club, although there is one dude in the group. Having said that, Nora, the reason why I think Nora would be a Star Sapphire is her love for Rin. You know, the love they share for one another. It's very obvious that they care about each other, and all of that trauma, all of that pain they went through. That's what I think would get them, I think Nora and her, and the love she has for Rin, even though she doesn't show it, in a way we would as, normal people would, because Nora's a little extra, let's be real. Nora would be the one I think Nora has all the qualities and all that love she has for Rin, as well as everyone around her, that would give her the power to get the Star Sapphire ring. Also, I think it would be kind of fun to have Nora have a construct hammer. That'd be fun. A construct version of her hammer. So, there you go. Star Sapphire Nora. So let's move on now to our next ring, which is the red ring, which represents rage. Now, you can't just be raw angry. As I've said multiple times, you cannot be just raw angry. That's not a qualification for the Red Lanterns. To be a Red Lantern, you must feel spurred. You must feel jaded. A certain kind of rage, like you want retribution. You want to punish somebody. And, again, tons of candidates. But the one I think, and this is a toss-up, but I think the one who would get the Red Lantern ring is Adam. Adam is, of course, he feels jaded by the human society and fauna society. He is the one who, used his rage as just a weapon for him and a driving force to do all the things he had done in his life. So Adam, if he were still alive, Adam would get the Red Lantern ring. And I was actually very close to Jean getting the Red Lantern ring because of what happened with Pyrrha and the rage he felt for not getting the justice against Cinder. But Jean let that go. He let his rage go eventually. So I don't think he would have the rage enough to, get the ring to him. Adam, on the other hand, like I said, he was born in hatred. He was born in rage. He was, he let that fester, and he always felt jaded and betrayed by fauna society, and just the anger he felt of wanting retribution on human society. So, yeah, Adam, Red Lantern. Although some of you guys are probably thinking, yeah, that was a given. So, let's move on now to the Indigo Ring, which is the Ring of Compassion. Now, like I've said before, the Indigo Ring doesn't go to someone who is the most compassionate. It goes to someone who deserves compassion. Someone who was given compassion by somebody else. Someone who was given, compassion and love by somebody else, and given that forgiveness. And that person, this is actually was the toughest one. To who would be part of the Indigo tribe? Who would be in the Indigo light? And after giving it some thought, I think it might be Crow. Crow would probably be the best one for the Indigo tribe, probably because the dude earned a lot of compassion in his life, even when he didn't deserve it. He did some really shady shit in his life, but at the same time, he had that kind of compassion given to him. So he would be the one, I think. Again, this was a really tough choice, and maybe you guys will probably think of somebody better, but honestly, I think Crow is the best suited candidate for the Indigo Ring. So let's move on now to the Orange Ring, which is the Ring of Avarice, greed, and I can think of nobody better for the Orange Ring than fucking Cinder. And you may be thinking, why Cinder? Why not give Cinder the Yellow Ring? Because someone's a little more deserving of that, and I think we all know who. But the Orange Ring represents greed, and Cinder, the one thing she's always wanted is power. She's she's very power hungry. She wants revenge. She wants all of that. Like I said, Cinder was actually another close candidate for the Red Ring, as was Neo. Neo was also another close candidate for the Red Ring, but Adam, I felt like, had a few more qualifications. Anyway, I digress. But why I chose her for the Orange Ring was, again, she craves power. She is, always thinking of some way of how this benefits me. Remember, just because you like stuff doesn't mean that you're instant qualified for the Orange Ring. That doesn't mean instant Orange Ring. The other qualifications of getting the Orange Ring is that you desire power above all else. You desire more, whether it be wealth or knowledge or power. As long as you want to hoard that power greedily, then the orange light is yours. So Cinder, I think, is the best candidate. And there's a few, I also like Watts as a supplement, Dr. Watts, and a few other characters here and there in the RWBY universe. But I chose Cinder because she really goes above and beyond the materialistic needs for power. It'd be very much like when Lex Luthor got the Orange Lantern ring. But anyway, so that leaves the Sinestro Corps ring, and oh boy, don't we all know it? Don't we all know this one? Say it with me now, Salem. Do I even need to explain why Salem has the most qualifications to get a Yellow Lantern ring? The whole thing is that it's about instilling fear in people. And there's no other character in the RWBY universe that instills more fear than freaking Salem. It's no contest, people. Salem is the one character that would be the most deserving of a Yellow Lantern ring. So, yeah, it's no contest. You guys probably already knew coming in here that it was either going to be Salem or Cinder that was going to get that ring. Also, another character I think, looking back on it, another character who would be a good qualification for the Orange Lantern Ring, and this is for the more materialistic need, Roman Torchwick would probably also be an Orange Lantern as well. So I would say, now thinking about Cinder and Roman would be neck and neck for Orange Lantern Ring. But yeah, anywho, so there you go. And you're probably wondering, why don't you do White Lantern and Black Lantern rings? Because I just focus on the main emotional spectrum. The White Lantern ring and the Black Lantern ring, it's a whole other thing. You just need to be dead for a Black Lantern ring. And the White Lantern ring has a lot of qualifications, like you just need to be blasted with energy. Boom, you're a White Lantern. So I don't include them when I do these videos. So there you go, guys. That is my list of characters who I think would get rings. But you guys tell me in the comments below, who do you think would get lantern rings? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.